Sorry for AFKing. My stupid nanny left without feeding Bellamy again.
This is so real. This is so real.
Belle, Gabby, tomorrow mommy's teaching you to use the microwave.
Real. This is like the realest representation of any female guild member. There's two types. There's two types of MMO women. The first will not play the game good, but at least they'll be there. They're probably going to be your healer, and there's a 50-50 shot they're gonna start drama that ends the entire guild. The second type is the inattentive parent. They're a housewife. They might have a part-time job, but they also seemingly call in sick every single day to it. You have no idea if they have a life outside the game. Allegedly, they have multiple children, and you can hear them in the background. But you also always hear her say, "Honey, can you take care of the kids for me? Jonathan needs a sippy cup." And then they just go right back to playing the game. They are very nice, but they also gossip non-stop. But not to the point that will like end the guild. That's the Egirl's job. The housewife, she will maintain some level of order, but she will also be pretty catty. But also, they're pretty good at bringing in new members to the guild because they spend all day playing and they don't shut the fuck up. I can tell them, thank you. So I take it you were the Egirl. How many guilds did you kill? I wasn't a very good Egirl, but I did start drama in a few guilds. I know I'm renowned for my patience, chat. I know I am seen as a very gentle and caring person. But you know, back in the day, I was kind of hostile. And so sometimes I'd be in a guild, right? And somebody sucked at their job or was just annoying. And so I would say to them, "You're really f***ing annoying," or "You really f***ing suck at your class. Maybe you should spend some time learning it before you waste everybody's time participating in dungeon runs." And then that would lead to some fighting, a little bit of controversy. Now, smart people agreed with me, all right? Why are you agreeing to do dungeon runs if you don't, first of all, like, you're not geared well enough, or second, you have no idea what you're doing? This is what training runs are for, all right? I'm not saying you can never play the game, okay? But what I am saying is in pretty much every guild ever, there's set days of the week where morons can get trained on how to run dungeons if they're too stupid and lazy to look up a walkthrough, which have been available since the beginning of the internet, or if they're too cheap to waste their own resources doing like pickup groups or finding other groups to practice with. Maybe my approach wasn't very kind. Maybe I shouldn't tell them that they suck and they need to stop wasting everybody's time. But also, they kind of need to stop wasting everybody's time because you only get so many dungeon entries a day in some games, like Terra. Ideally, you want to go through your entire list each day and get them done. Not get 1 hour into a dungeon and then wipe because some dipshit didn't know he had to cleanse the party or whatever, or that he had to iframe something, and now we got 3 phases of this fucking boss, and if people wipe 3 times, like it ends the run for everybody, and this is losing every single mechanic. Like, bruh. I'm wrong than you. Now Pippa is the girl that gets carried by fans. True. Those how should I call them? Like vixens are usually relegated to like ERP guilds specifically. However, sometimes they do slip through the cracks and infiltrate real guilds. Funny enough, they'll be the nicest people ever, just a little bit suspicious. However, they will absolutely kill the guild.